Welcome to this super fun Saturday morning Google Hangout. And of course, we're doing a recorded version. So you may not be watching on Saturday morning, but it's Saturday morning for us, and we're excited about that. You know, I think about in my career in Mary Kay over 18 years at this point, Saturday mornings, Saturday afternoons were a huge part of me building my business. And I know that our incredible guest speaker this morning is headed off to a party of her own right after we do the Google Hangout, but it's such a great time to be in parties, in working in facials, and doing career chats. Saturday, people are free, and they're ready to meet with you. So I know y'all have power-packed days planned, and we're going to get you off and running with a fantastic and incredible training this morning that is being provided to us by the amazing and phenomenal Senior Sales Director, Alyssa Martin, who is one of the greatest teachers, not just in the Victory National area, but whom I truly believe is one of the most phenomenal teachers in all of our entire company. In fact, she's going to be addressing all of our sales directors at the Midwest Director Meeting this coming Friday. So if you're a red jacket and above, you are qualified to attend, and we can't wait to be with you. And the Susan Johnson from corporate, Ruby Sales Development Director, is going to be with us as well. And so Alyssa's going to be letting her light shine as she has the privilege to train in front of Susan, which will be fantastic. So this morning, Alyssa comes to you with a magnificent training that is based on not just theory, it's based as well on practice, because it is something that she learned and has put into the works and is super excited to share with you. In fact, she came to me and said, oh my goodness, I'm doing this amazing new thing. It is resulting in incredible results, and I am so excited about what is happening in my business. And I said, fantastic. Well, would you be willing to share it with the women in our area who are looking for some explosion, who are looking for something to ignite their number of bookings, and looking for an opportunity to really book from bookings and to get lots of referrals? And in Alyssa's completely go-give spirit, you know, that she always operates in, she said, yes, absolutely. When can I do that for you? And so without further ado, I'm going to just hand it over to Alyssa, and you guys are going to be so blessed as you hear this training and then put it into work for you. Thanks, Alyssa, so much.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, you guys, I'm really excited to share this with you because, like Amy said, I have been implementing it about the last 6 weeks or so, and have really seen some awesome things happen in my business. So the first thing I wanted to share with you before I dive into the actual process of what I'm using is that I came home from leadership conference, and really at leadership conference, I had a mindset shift. And so the first thing I want to share with you is the importance of having a mindset shift. So I was telling myself a story that it was hard to book parties, and that people really didn't want to have parties anymore, and that it was kind of like I needed to figure out a different way to make Mary Kay work. And I had been operating in that mindset, you guys, for a really long time. And that's kind of embarrassing to say, and it seems kind of silly now that I'm verbalizing it, but that's very much my mindset was. And honestly, what shifted it was being at leadership conference and hearing the stories of the pioneer women who started Mary Kay, and hearing how they built, and that the party was where they built their businesses. And Arlene Lenars talked about it, and Newberry talked about it in her book. And I just want to share a little blip from her book, because I really feel like this sets the stage for a mindset of booking parties and the importance of parties. So Ann Newberry is a legend in Mary Kay, and I'm not going to go into all of her background, but if you don't know, ask your director, because she can give you the scoop. And so she talks about answering the question, aren't things different now in Mary Kay? And she says it's true, more women are college educated now than when Mary Kay first started. On the other hand, there are established, successful Mary Kay businesses that have been around for decades. For all these years, those businesses held true to the Mary Kay principles, but were keen enough to alter their approach so that each new generation of women felt welcomed and appreciated. For example, there seems to be a lot of conversation now that the skincare party is passé, that it just won't hold. When I hear that, I just laugh. Let me tell you, nothing happens until somebody sells something. People still love to come together. People are so busy looking for ways to build their businesses with anything but the skincare party, but they miss the beauty of this concept. And that's exactly what I was doing, you guys. I was looking for every other way to build it except for the party. We are unique. This is our party. This is our plan. Please hear me out. The skincare party is the ticket to our business. It builds confidence, shows results on the skin, and allows for sales and eventually repeat orders and new team members. We can't be intimidated by those who say, my friends would never come. You must be the confident one who says, let me come to your neighborhood. I'll make it fun and there'll be no obligation to buy. Just give me 2 hours. We'll have a really great time and your friends will see results. And then she goes on and she says, when I signed my Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant Agreement, I embraced Mary Kay's beliefs and principles. As the Declaration of Independence proudly states, we hold these truths to be self-evident. Well, after 37 years of running a successful Mary Kay business, I hold these truths to be self-evident. If you are not ready to embrace this proven business model and Mary Kay's golden rule philosophy, you need to think about pursuing a different opportunity. And for me, when I read that, I thought, you know what? I know I don't want to pursue a different opportunity. I know that Mary Kay is my future, and I just need to get out of my own head and get out of my own way and get excited about a party again. The other thing that happened at Leadership Conference that got me really excited about parties was Diana Sumter's Why Wash Your Face with Mary Kay. And I know many of you have seen her video of that. Many of you have taken that and implemented it in your parties. But you guys, that has given me so much confidence and so much passion and so much excitement to share with women what they're supporting and why it's so exciting when they choose to wash their faces with Mary Kay. And so I open all my parties, all my facials, all of my events with that. And I kind of weave my eye story in with the Why Wash Your Face with Mary Kay. And here's what I found about that. First of all, it totally warms them up to you and to the company before they even put the product on their face. You're selling them on the product and on the company and on the business before the product, which we know is amazing, even touches their face. They're totally sold before they even start. And the reason is because it totally focuses on the why, not the what. It focuses on the why of Mary Kay. And we have training from ages ago from Simon Sinek that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And so I feel like weaving in that Why Wash Your Face with Mary Kay with your eye story totally sells the why before you even get started. And so that's what I've started. Those are the two major shifts that I've made just kind of in my thought process. First of all was the mindset. Second of all is the Why Wash Your Face with Mary Kay at my appointments. And so I start out my appointments with that, and then I go right into the miracle set and eye makeup remover, and I talk about all of that. And then I get to the satin lips. And I have them put the satin lips mask on their face. And then I switched this a little bit, and I'm doing what I call the fabulous referral game, which comes from Michelle Cunningham. And so instead of having them flip over their profile card and write their referrals on the back of the profile card, which is what I'd always done because I like to keep things simple and we already have the profile cards. I didn't really want another piece that I had to mess with. But what I was finding was that the profile card only has room on the back for like 6 or 7 or maybe 8. I can't remember how many it is, but there's just a few lines for referrals on the back. And so I would always say, no big deal, fill out those referrals and then go on down into the pink box. Well, what was the problem with that is that some people, your people that are higher C personalities or that are a little bit more detail oriented, would see that that pink box says for independent beauty consultant use only, and they would kind of freak out. They'd be like, what? Where do I write? I don't know what to do. And I just found that it was creating kind of this confusion during the time that I was getting referrals rather than them just going and writing down the names and the numbers of the women in their lives, which is exactly what I wanted them to do. So I've started using this sheet. And I'll post it so that you can see it, or I'll get it to Amy so she can post it. It just says fabulous at the top in big letters, and it says free makeover to your friends and family. And then it says, when you list the names and phone numbers of your friends or family members, they will receive a fabulous free makeover. And then it says contest, be the first to fill in all lines and win a fabulous gift. And then it just has a place for their name, a place for their phone number. And then over here, they just circle whether it's better to text or call that particular person. There's 20 lines. And then at the bottom, it says, please be assured that I treat each friend or family member with the utmost care and respect. Thank you for supporting my small business. And there's a place for your person that you're facialing to put her name and the date. And so what I've been doing is I just hand these out during the satin lips time. And I say, oh my gosh, you guys, we get to play a fabulous game for some prizes. I'm so excited. And so here's the deal. I'm giving you a sheet and you have the opportunity to nominate women in your life to receive a fabulous pampering package. And in order for you to nominate them, here's what I need you to do. When you think of those people that you're writing down, I just want you to think like, when they pop in your head, I want you to think, oh, wow, she's fabulous. And if you think, oh, wow, she's fabulous, then you can write her name down on your paper. And if they happen to be someone who is underappreciated and underpampered and underpaid, then you know what? They'll even appreciate it more that you're inviting them and that you're thinking of them. So go ahead and start writing down the names of your fabulous friends and family members, and I'll be so excited to be able to gift them with some pampering packages. And so then they go to town, start writing, and you guys, I play music until they fill up their sheet. I found that when you just hand people the sheet and tell them to start writing the names down, they do. I don't really ask it as a question. I don't really make it an option. I just say, we're going to do this. You're going to write down these names. Here you go. I've done it a couple different ways at my parties, depending on the size and how many people there are there. Sometimes I will just say, okay, first 1 to 20 is going to get my prize. And sometimes, usually I say that and they start writing, and usually one person gets to 20 and other people are like at 16 or 17. And I say, you know what? I decided that everybody that gets to 20 is going to go ahead and get a prize. And I've just got a bunch of little wrapped eyeshadows or hand creams or whatever. And so I am totally good with giving someone an eyeshadow that cost me $4 when they've just given me 4 new names. So if you want to, like I said, you could do just one gift, referral gift for each party and have your person that gets to 20 first do it. Or if they all get to 20 and you want to have them flip over their sheet and write more, you could have the person who does the most in 5 minutes or whatever, however you wanted to do that. There'd be a lot of different avenues to that. But then I've got this sheet. So I pick those back up from them, and then I continue on with my party. We wipe off the satin lips mask. We do the rest of the supplements, the eye cream, the microdermabrasion, the foundation primer, and their CC cream. And then I'm just doing mascara and lip gloss at my parties, unless it's a second appointment for my hostess. And then usually I've done her ahead of time, and she's just kind of observing during the rest of the class. And then I do my close, and my close is just the real basic 4-question close. My first question is I hand out my closing sheet, and I have them write down which sets they would want to take home their free roll-up bag. The second question I tweaked just a little bit, because the second question is about their second appointment. And I found that I was not booking as many appointments from my appointments as I wanted to be. And so I actually reached out to Kimberly, who I know is masterful at booking from appointments, and had asked her what she was doing and how she really used her verbiage on that question. And so what I've been doing is I say, okay, question number 2, this is so exciting because you get to pick out some free stuff. And so here's the deal, is at your second appointment, when you choose to share that appointment with 2 girlfriends who are over 18 and not working with another Mary Kay consultant, then you're going to get to pick out one of the sets on this sheet, or about $50 for free. So question number 2, I want you to write down which set would you pick for free at your second appointment. And so they write it down. And then I say, okay, stay on line number 2. It's going to get even better. So when you choose to share that second appointment with 5 girlfriends instead of just 2, with 5 girlfriends who are over 18 and not working with a Mary Kay consultant, then you are going to get to pick out another set for free. So you'll actually be getting 2 sets for free. So go ahead and write down your second free set that you would like at your second appointment. And so they write that down. And then I go on to my third question, which is about the career chat, and my fourth question, kind of weave in a little bit of marketing. And then my fourth question, which is about whether they're interested in the business right at that moment. And then in my individual close, when I come specifically to question 2, instead of saying, okay, do you want to go ahead and book your second appointment? I don't say that anymore, because they've already written down what they want for free. So you know that they want to have a second appointment. And so what I say instead is, oh my gosh, how soon can we book your second appointment so that you can get your free set? I see here you want your Skin Vigorate brush and your microdermabrasion. That is so awesome. Let's go ahead and look. Is during the day or weekends better for you? And then I've got my calendar ready, and we just go ahead and we get them booked right away, right on the spot. The other thing that I say during that time when they're picking out their sets is I do say, when I say, oh, and you can share this appointment with 5 friends, I say, and remember, you all wrote down 20 people. So I'm sure you could find 5 people who would be willing to come and be part of your second appointment so that you could get your free set. Because sometimes I think, oh, who would I invite? But then when they've just filled up this entire sheet with 20 people, you can say, well, obviously you know people because you got them all written down there. So that has been working really well. Also, at the individual appointment, what I do is I snap a selfie with them. And this is a really, really important part, you guys. I believe that this is what has made a key difference in actually my booking ratio from booking the referrals that I'm getting from the fabulous game. So I just take a selfie. This one's on my iPad. It's from one of my parties this week. I just take a selfie with each person, and I do it during the individual close because it's just an easy time to do it. And that's also when I hand them their swag bag, which I'm going to talk about in a second, because I've been doing the swag bags for the referrals. And so I'll send that to you. So the referral script, I will post this as well, but this is what I send to the person, and along with the picture. So I'm going to pretend that Amy is my person that's my referral that I'm sending it to. And so I would text her and I would say, hi, Amy, this is Elissa Martin with Mary Kay. I don't think we've met, but Susie Q and I had a fun pampering session last week, and she nominated you to receive a $10 gift card with a complimentary facial, and you were selected as a winner. Should I call or text you with the details? P.S. I'm sending you a picture of us so you know I'm a real person and not a robot or a telemarketer. And then I put a little smiley face and I send the picture. And so most of them I have found reply back and they say, oh, that's cool. Go ahead and text me. And what I found, you guys, with sending the picture, even the ones who are interested or the ones who already have a consultant, they still love getting the picture. And so they're responding back like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're not a robot. I mean, I'm not really interested, but thank you so much. I mean, it still makes them feel really special. And I think it sets it apart because it adds that personal touch instead of feeling like they're just a number that's getting, blasted by who knows what. So when they reply and they say they want the details, I say, okay, I'm so excited for you. Your complimentary package includes our best-selling anti-aging skincare system paired with lip and hand treatments and a quick spring color look. Plus, you'll get a gift card and a swag bag with free product. Most people love doing this experience with a few girlfriends, and your swag bag will get sweeter if you have friends join you. So you can totally have up to 5 people join you as long as they're over 18 and not with another consultant already. Where are you located? And we can compare calendars. And I did tweak that very end part just a smidge from what it was originally because I work in a lot of different areas and the people that I'm connected with are located all over the place. And so I really do need to know where they're located before I give them times that are available, because some of them might be 5, 6, 7, 8 hours away from me. And obviously I don't necessarily have my childcare lined up to jump in the car and do that tomorrow, even though that might be my next opening where I can hold an appointment. So I switch that, and then they reply back, and I just say, awesome, I have this and that available. Will either of those work with you? And we just go into the, the back and forth, 2 options, daytime, evening, week, weekend, whatever, and give them the options and get that confirmed. And then after we have the booking confirmed, the date confirmed, I say, I'm so excited to give the swag bags to you and your girls. Go ahead and copy and send the text below. I go ahead and send it to 15 people. That way 7 to 8 will show. And if all 15 RSVP yes, then I guess I'll just have to go ahead and break the rules and give more free stuff away. I'm excited to meet you on Saturday, and I'll keep you updated on who responds. And then they send out to their friends this message that says, hey friend, I'm super excited. I was gifted a pampering package for myself and 5 of my friends from Mary Kay on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. This is the party I'm going to, by the way. You know how much I love you, so you are one of the 5 that I picked. Part of my package was that you get a customized swag bag with some fun products in it. Can you text my consultant, Elissa, at 308-870-0990 with your RSVP so that she can make sure she customizes your swag bag with products you will love? And then all of a sudden I start getting all these texts from numbers I don't know that say, hi, this is Sammy. I'm coming to Jessica's party on Saturday. Hi, this is so-and-so. I'm coming to Chelsea's party on Monday. And then I can immediately reply back, oh my gosh. And this is the reply that I give them. Super excited to meet you tomorrow, Sammy. For your gift bag, do you want more makeup or skincare body care? Also, if you could answer these questions for me. Number 1, have you ever tried Mary Kay before? Number 2, what is the one thing that you would change about your skin if you could? And number 3, what color are your eyes? And number 4, what would you most like more of in your life right now? And so they reply back to those questions, and I engage with them. And again, most of this has been via text. And so I'm back and forth with them. Well, like, oh my gosh, I totally, I'm bringing something that you are going to love that's totally going to help with dark circles. And your swag bag is going to have a customized color look for you for green eyes. Or if they said they wanted makeup. And then what you want more of in your life right now. I found that that's just a good question for kind of starting to layer them a little bit for the opportunity, but it also tells me a little bit about them and it gives me a point of connection. So a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I would just love to have more free time, or I would just love to have more sleep, or I would just love to have more money or whatever. And then I can engage with that. So I can say, oh my gosh, I totally understand. It's so great that you're going to get to be pampered on Saturday. That's going to help you have a little bit more relaxation time. I'm so glad that you're coming. Can't wait to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so couple things that I love about that. First of all, I love that the pre-profiling of your party is super duper easy because the hostess is sending out the initial contact to the people. And so it's not coming again from a weird number where they're like, well, we don't know if Jessica's really having this party or if this person just said she is. And so Jessica is sending out the text messages to all of her friends. And then I love that the messages are coming right to me. They're coming in by text, so they're on my phone. If I'm not working at that moment, they're sitting right there. It's not like I'm missing it. I can reply to them when it works for me. And so you're getting your pre-profiling done. You've built that relationship. And again, I feel like that, along with the Why Wash Your Face with Mary Kay, when you walk in, they're so warm to you because you've already established that rapport with them. So my party on Monday night, I could walk in, and when Lana walked in, I could say, "Oh my gosh, Lana, how are you?" I know she said she loved sleep. And we were laughing about it via text. I was like, "Oh, I do too. Sleep is totally my hobby." And so we're talking about this, and then when she walked in, I could say, "Hey, Lana, how are you? How was work today? Did you get a chance to get a nap in?" And she's like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, "Oh, well, at least you get to have some pampering." And so just really being able to build that warmth that really even starts before you meet them face to face and before they walk through the doors. Okay, so the swag bags. I've been getting lots of questions about the swag bags. Here's the deal, you guys. Make these simple. Do what works for you. And so my swag bag is very simple. I actually make up a whole bunch of them at one time, have my assistant make them all up. And they're all the same, but then I have a couple little pieces that I can very easily customize. So these are my swag bags for my double facial today. I'm going to start with Sammy. Sammy was one of the friends that RSVP'd. And so her swag bag, she wanted more color stuff in her swag bag. So all of it is the same except whether they get color or skincare. So let me just go through the contents of this here for you quick. First of all, I put a little bit of candy in it. Not a lot because I didn't have a lot when I was making these, but these have 2 Hershey's Kisses and a thing of Smarties. So you could do whatever you want, but just a little bit of candy. I have a business card that has a little sample with it. I just had a whole bunch of these made up from something, so I'm just throwing them in here. And so it's a business card. This one happens to have a mascara sample, and that's just in a cute little bag, and I throw that in. You could use whatever for bags. I just, again, found these. I had these stashed in the closet, and they worked good to do this with. When I run out of them, I'll probably just use the cello bags for my girlfriend's house, or you could get little treat bags like in the dollar aisle at Target or wherever. It really does not matter, you guys. Just whatever you have, make it kind of cute. They're going to love it. Then I put in some paperwork stuff. So I have a copy of my bio that just tells a little bit about me. That's tucked in there. I have a couple pieces that are related to the business opportunity. One is just this starter kit flyer. And then one is, this is off of Mary Kay's or Amy's website. It just says, consider what Mary Kay has to offer. And I actually, this is one of my original ones. The newest ones that I did, I actually took these to Office Max and just had them front and back copied. So it's only 1 paper instead of 2. And with our discount at Office Max, you guys, it's super cheap to, like, my $300 or whatever of copies was like $40. So totally utilize that system if you're not. Then I include, if it's a color bag, I include the product fact sheets from InTouch for the eyeshadow and for the True Dimensions lipstick, because that's what's on the color card. We don't have a product fact sheet for cheek color. Don't know why, but there's not one. So that's why there's not one for cheek color. And again, I just printed those off of InTouch, and then I had them front and back copied at Office Max, and I put that in there. And then if it's a color bag, which this one is for Sammy, my color bags I have just in a little bin like this. Just a little bin. And I have a bin for color bags, and I have a bin for skincare bags. The color bag bin has my color cards just in the front, not actually in the bag, but just in the front. So I have blue, green, blue eyes, green/hazel eyes, and then brown eyes. And then whatever color of eyes they have, I just grab that particular color card, tuck right in the bag. I write their name on the bag, and it's ready to go. So it's very simple. This is all created ahead of time, except for stuffing the color card in it. Then my skincare bags, exact same thing of what's in them, except that the product sheet is the product sheets for the 3 products that I included samples of. And I'll tell you the strategy behind what I chose for my 3 products. It was very highly scientific, and that was things that I had a lot of on my shelf that I was like, kind of want to move these off. And so for me, I happened to have a whole bunch of even complexion mask and a whole bunch of targeted action toning lotion and a whole bunch of body wash and shave. And so I was like, well, my skincare bags are going to have those 3 products. And so I use these little guys, just little clamshell things. I ordered these from a website that's called Cosmetics. It's spelled really weird, so I'm going to spell it for you. It's Qosmedix, which totally breaks all the grammar and spelling rules and drives me nuts, but that's how it's spelled. And the part number for this size, which I think is a really great size because it's a good, I mean, you can put a lot in it, but it's still small, is 29318. And it's $40 for a case of 500 of these. So it's super cheap. They're like less than 10 cents a piece, even with shipping, which is great. So I just take and I do a squirt of each one in them. These I wrote on, again, this is one of my original ones. These I just wrote on with a Sharpie what is in them. But I did find little labels at Office Max that are small enough that you can run through your printer and stick on them. And so that's what my Miss Rachel is doing on Monday when she comes in, is making a whole bunch of these and sticking labels on them. But sometimes when you got something, you just need to run with it. You just run with what you had, and I had a Sharpie. So there you go. And then I just put those 3 little guys in a little bag and seal it. And then that drops right in there. They've got the product sheet that goes with it. And then for my hostess, so Jessica today is my hostess, and so she just gets the color card insert as well. So she wanted skincare in her bag, but she gets the color card as well. So my hostess gets both. My guests get just one or the other, whether they want skincare or color. So that's really, really simple. It's really easy. I've got them all made up ahead of time. And so literally all I have to do is stick the right color of color card in and put their name on the bag with a Sharpie. The other piece that I want to just really quick give you, just kind of as a little thought process thing, and a different approach on this, because I mentioned that I work with a lot of people all over the place and they're not all right in my backyard. And so I have run into some referrals who are really excited about their pampering package, but they're maybe 7 or 8 hours from me. And it's not like in my schedule, it's going to be like 6 weeks before I have a chance to travel to them live and in person. And so what I've done with them is I've said, I have this opportunity where I can send you a facial, a party in a box, and you could have your friends come over and we could just connect via FaceTime or via Google Hangout or whatever. And so I do have a couple of parties from that. I sent out my first round of the boxes last week. And so the parties are actually, my first one's actually on Monday, because once the box gets there, then I set up the time to schedule it with them. And so what I send in the box is I just, instead of getting a swag bag from me, the guests get a bag that has the little clamshells with all their products that would be on their tray. And so, their cleanser, moisturizer, the whole shebang, I put it all, there's like 10 little clamshells with all of it in their thing, their profile card, a washcloth, a mascara sample, a lip gloss sample, and their selfie or their fabulous game sheet. And all of that is in the bag for each guest. And then my hostess gets all of the stuff that's in the swag bag. Plus I do the little, the deluxe mini of the eye makeup remover. So she has that to squirt on the cotton balls for her guests at the party. And so that's just another idea of a way that you could utilize technology to be able to multiply yourself and get in front of people that are maybe far away from you, but get to them sooner. And so to tie this all together, going back to what Ann Newberry said, it's not changing. Using FaceTime or Google Hangout to do the party is not changing the idea of the party and the purpose of the party. It's just adapting it to what works for today's woman. And so as you guys go and you take and you run with this, I just think the scripting is brilliant. It has worked so well for me, and I've had great results. And I have tons and tons of appointments. I have lots of appointments booked on into March. I'm pretty booked up until about the mid-March before I start having openings. And so I feel like I'm finally at a place where I'm actually going to have to start giving some parties away, which is so exciting because I've always heard people talk about that, and I'm like, really, I don't know why I would ever give them away because I wouldn't have any myself. So I'm just really excited about it, and I hope that it blesses you guys too.
Oh, Alyssa, this is absolutely incredible. I mean, this is brilliant. Every single component of it is brilliant. And I have to share with you that as I was noting some things, and then of course knowing that you're going to be posting some things as well so we can grab those and run with it. One of the things that I noted is your mindset shift was the precursor of putting into place a brand new brilliant idea, and then taking expectation, your expectation of, if this is what I'm running with, and I'm excited about this, and this just makes sense, it's fun, it's inclusive, it's simple, it's easy, it's rewarding for people, that they're going to be excited about it too. And so I love the components, how simple this is. For every consultant, a brand new consultant can take this and can run with it. And it is a brilliance in the back to basics of how our business was started, and that everything happens at the party. I know the results that you had shared with me, I mean, talk about multiplied results in comparison to volume from before, right?
Absolutely.
And so when you increase your numbers, that multiplication of numbers means that there's a multiplication of results, which is super awesome. And so I just so appreciate you sharing this and showing even the little bits and pieces, little containers, and exactly how you package things, because this is so incredibly duplicatable. So gang, one of the things that I love to share is that when you hear a new idea, don't overcomplicate it yourself. Keep it simple with what your incredible teacher, Alyssa, has shared with you this morning, time of day you're listening to this, and implement and absolutely run with it. Don't overthink it. And one of the first to say, I'm working with a brand new program. I'm working with a brand new program even that I get to offer this to. And so you don't have to feel like your words have to be perfect or that everything you do have to be perfect. They don't. And people don't remember those things, but they always remember how you make them feel. And they remember your sense of expectation and your confidence. That's something that they can feel as well. So Alyssa, I thank you so much for your time this morning on a busy day that you have planned to be out and working with people. And I thank you for posting the things that you're going to post as well. And so we'll post them into our immediate communication systems first. And it'll take us a few days to get them on our website because our web company in Dallas does updates on Fridays. But all of this will post on next Friday as well for you there, but you'll have it on Voxer, and we can make sure it's in our Facebook group as well. Alyssa, thank you so much. You are an incredible and amazing teacher. We love and appreciate you, and blessings on your appointments today.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.